Today we're going to look at adding ink to these cartridges. I have a Canon MG3620 printer. I bought this ink off Amazon. So when you go on Amazon, you need to know what cartridge you want to refill. And the numbers on the cartridge here is a color one 241. And also there's a number here, CL241. Same with the black one here. This is 240XL, but it's a PG 240XL. So that's the number you look for when you're ordering your ink off Amazon. All kinds of companies that sell ink for these cartridges. So I chose this one. It's got a little bit more bells and whistles with it. You can get just the ink cartridges and syringes to fill up your cartridges. So this one comes with extra stuff. Here's a pair of gloves here. And here's the extra stuff that comes with it. We'll go through this. Here's the little cartridge here. Your cartridge is going to fit in this. And it gets instructions in here. Instructions on how to do it here. Pretty good instructions here. And you get 5 bottles of ink. You get the color ones. And you get the black one. I think 2 black ones. And then you get 5 syringes here. This company gives you 5 different bottles of ink, 2 black ink, blue, red, and yellow, which is going to be for your color cartridges. It gives you a pair of gloves here, plastic gloves. This little thing is when you're going to start your cartridges off, where the vent hole is, that makes it larger so you can get your needles in here. Use your plungers here. And this is for the black one and the color one. It goes in that cartridge. And you use your syringe to pull any bubbles and get the ink flowing through the bottom of your cartridge. For this kit, you get extra stuff here. So this is for the cartridges that I'll show you in a sec. There's a vent hole in these cartridges. And to get your syringe in, you're going to use this little, it's like a drill bit. And you just push that hole bigger so you can get your syringe there, get your ink inside here. And it comes with 2 of these things. One is for color, and one is for black. The black ink. And it fits in this cartridge. This is the cartridge that comes with it. You put your cartridge in here. And you put this little green thing in here. This is for the black one. And then what happens is, once you get the cartridge filled, and it's the cartridge is old, you're going to have to use this syringe to pull some ink through the bottom of that cartridge if it's dry. So that's what these green things are included. One for black and one for color. And you use your syringe to pull some of the ink out to get it started on your cartridge. The gloves that do come with it are big enough there. I have big hands, they're big enough. But I'd rather use my own gloves here. They're more tighter fit. So the first thing you gotta do is but pull up this label here. I already did that. Pull it up and you're gonna put it back over it. And exactly where you want it is that hole right there. That's the hole you want here. And that's the vent hole. You see all these grooves there? That's the vent hole. So we're going to use this to make a hole bigger so we can get our needle in there with the ink. So we're just going to use that to make the hole bigger. Use that label to put it back over top of it. So we're just going to put it in here and start making the hole bigger. Try using this tool to push that hole through there, through that vent there. And it was just too hard. It wasn't going anywhere. It's hard plastic. So I either use a drill bit, a small drill bit, very small, thin drill bit. I use this, it's like an awl, and I was pressing, and then all of a sudden the whole thing pushed in here. And you can see that there's a sponge inside here. You can see the sponge inside here. So now we're going to still do it, but be able to see how much ink is going in here. Then we'll cover it up, back up after. Put your grooves in the bottom here so that goes into that then. And then push up and pull up on this there. And then kind of snap that into place here. There. Now it's in. Now we can use this to pull any bubbles out of this cartridge here. Now we're going to fill up the cartridge with ink and be able to see it because we see the sponge here. So this is the 240XL, so it's going to take more ink. So we're going to go with the, say on the side, 11 millimeters. So we're going to put 11 millimeters in the syringe and then put that inside the cartridge here. Here's our blank ink, and we've got a protective foil on top of the thing here. I think I just used a toothpick and puncture a hole through here. And we're going to fill it up. Take our protective cap off, and we're just going to pull up about 11. So that's roughly 11 there. You can't see the writing, it's about 11. So I'll put that in the cartridge here. So I'll put that inside there in the sponge here. Put it down a bit here. And slowly add the ink here. Don't add it too fast. You can see that the sponge in there, slowly add it. You don't want to overfill it. We're putting about 11 millimeters of ink in here. So slowly put your ink in here. You don't want to overfill it fast. Let it absorb into the sponge here. Doing it nice and slow. This is the XL. Take some more ink here. There, I've got 11 millimeters in there. So we'll take it out. You can see the sponge in there. Starting to change color. In the package, there's these small discs, and I think that you want there to put it over top of that hole there. Just put it over top of that hole. And now you've got it covered. They sent you 2 here. So now what I'm going to do is push a hole through here with a pin, just so that it's got an air vent in it. So I'm going to poke that hole through there. Now we got a vent. Where was the vent before? I put a pinhole through there. That was the vent through that piece of sticker that they supplied with you. So these dots, the colored ones there, when you do the colored cartridge, and the black one, I think these stick over top of the hole that you just made there to put the ink through, and just to cover it. Then I put a pinhole through there because it says it does have to vent. And put our sticker back here in place. Now I'm getting a lot of ink in the bottom here, so I don't think I have to pull the bubbles out, but we'll do it anyway. So in the instructions it says to turn it upside down. Use the syringe to pump about, they say 1 millimeter out. This tip can draw out the bubbles. So we'll try that. I don't know if it'll work or not. So I actually got some ink to come out. You see some ink in there? So I'm pulling it out with the syringe here. You see some ink coming out here. So that does work. Pull a little bit out just to get it going here. Now remove the cartridge from the cartridge holder here. And you see ink has come through there, so it is flowing. So that's the black ink cartridge you've done. Here's the tool he supplied to try to make that hole. And you, very hard to do just by pressing it with your fingers here. So this is a similar size here to the they supplied. This is about a 1/16 of an inch here. So we're going to use this drill bit, 1/16 of an inch. It's going to be a lot easier to do and try to push that tool they give us. This is the color cartridge, and I use my Fisker's knife. You have to get underneath the label to lift it up here. And there's going to be 3 holes in the color one. 3 different colors going to go inside this color cartridge here. Lift the label up, and you're going to see 3 different holes here. So there's one up here, one down here, and 2 in the bottom, 1 on the top here. 3 different kinds of inks going to go on these 3 holes. We're going to use the drill to drill these holes rather than use that tool they give us. So I'll just use the drill bit here to There's one hole, and I'm going to get all that excess plastic out of there. We got 2 more holes drilled here in the bottom. So right where the vent hole is. And the second one here. Any excess plastic there. Now I'm going to fill these 3 holes up with the ink here. So all 3 holes are drilled here. So in this particular cartridge, the red is on the top, or what they call a magenta with this company, ink company. The yellow is in the bottom right, and the blue, which is cayenne for this particular ink, is in the bottom left here. Now there's another way you can tell. Just use the toothpick here and just press inside here and all the way down. And you see the red here. Now you know that's red. Already checked the yellow. Just press it in here. And we check the blue. Press it in here. So just use a toothpick and press it down. And you'll be able to tell what color it is, which hole you put the ink in. Do the yellow one first. I already poked the hole in the top of the yellow one here. And then you're going to pull about 2 millimeters of yellow ink out of here. There's about 2 there. Put that in the bottom right here. And again, just put the needle in. Push it down a bit. Just press that 2 millimeters in there slowly. Same with the blue, or they call it cayenne. Poke the hole in it, and we want about 2 millimeters. The shelf life of all the ink in this package is about 2 years. Roughly about 2 millimeters there. And it's going to go in the bottom right. Put the needle in a bit. There's a sponge in there. So slowly put the blue in here. The blue's in, yellow's in. Now just the red. And 2 millimeters on the red on the top one. They call it magenta. So again, 2 millimeters. Press it in slowly. Push it in a bit, then plunge it in. See, oh, it's going too fast here. Push it down a little bit more. Press it in slowly. So all 3 colors are in there now. So we got red in the top, yellow, and blue. Get it up here a bit. I put it in too fast here. Now ready to put the label back on. And I took those little stickers there and put them over the hole. That hole I didn't line up right on. When I drilled the hole, it's offset a wee bit. So again, red, yellow, blue. And then we're going to take a pin and just and put a hole in there so it vents. There it goes. Don't forget to put your holes in there for the vents. And put your label back on here. Now we'll use a cartridge again. This is, remember this longer one was for the black. And this is for the color cartridge. Put that in there. And then put our cartridge in here, the color cartridge in here. And snap it in here. Put it in the bottom first and then lift this up. It's a very tight fit here. There. That's in. So lift this up. And it's in there tight there. Push it back a little bit more. And we're going to try to draw some ink. So put the syringe on the bottom here. And it's better to just lay it down. I'm getting some ink through here. It is drawing it out. See the ink coming through here. So now we've got ink coming through the bottom of your cartridge here. And we'll take the cartridges apart here. So the ink level went through, so it did work. Color cartridge is now done. So we're going to bring up our utility here, and it's going to hit printer status. And you're going to see down here that the color one is low and needs to be changed. And we're going to just close that for now and redo it when we put the cartridge in. So the same thing on here on top of my Canon here, that little yellow light means that the cartridge needs to be changed. So we're going to pull this down here. And the cartridge is going to scan over there. This is the Canon MG3620. And it's ready to change here. And the color one is here, I think. This is the color one. This is the old one, 241 color. Then this side here. Here's the one we done. Remember the one, the yellow sticker just below it there. Put that back in here. Push it back up. Close that window. Let it reset. Even after you put the cartridge in there, it still shows as the color is low here. And we go to the screen and we hit that status here, printer status. The cartridge is in there. Still going to show that there was no ink in the cartridge, low ink. So that's not going to change. And the way you get away with it, you have to press this button about 5 seconds there, hold it in about 5 seconds, resets it, so the printer cartridge will work, but you'll get no level on your color cartridge. So that's one of the bad things about it. So we've got a Word document here. We're going to put the blue, red, and yellow, and put it 3 times, the different colors, and print that out. And if you look at the printer here, it still shows that that light is low on the for the color cartridge. I'm going to print that out. So your color cartridge is not going to show how much ink it's got in it once you put ink in it. So you lose that feature of your printer. So today we showed you how to fill up these ink cartridges, 240XL and the color one, 241, for my Canon MG3620. So this kit contains just more than the ink. You get 5 bottles of ink. You get a cartridge holder, and then you get these two connectors here that pull the air bubbles out of the cartridges once you fill them up here. 5 syringes included in these syringes. You can rinse them out and use them again. And user manual here, and these little dots here that you put over top of the, once you fill up the ink cartridges, and just put those dots over it, and make sure to put the pinhole through those cartridges. Only one downfall with filling these cartridges up. My particular printer, the Canon MG3620, once you put a used cartridge in there with the ink in it, does not recognize it. It does show you the level. You have to hit the stop button to reset to back to factory reset so that it'll work, but you won't have no level indication on your cartridges that you fill up with ink. So please take a few seconds and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified the next time I upload a video. I'd like to thank all my subscribers. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video today. Have a great one, people. So these little sticky stickers here, sticky stickers.